Good evening. Welcome to the T.G. Howard Outreach segment. I am Sammy Poindexter, and I am here with Mr. Dirk Compton today. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Good. So we're going to just have you, if you don't mind,
Sure.
tell the position that you are seeking and talk to us about yourself.
Okay, my name is Dirk Compton. I'm running for the Board of Supervisors in the Draper District, which is the southern part of the county. I worked for the state police for 29 years, been all over the state, including Richmond, Northern Virginia, Roanoke, been to some horrible things, Pentagon, been to Virginia Tech, retired in 2015, decided I wasn't going to do anything. I was just going to do a family farm and was going to relax. Then started getting bored and I'm sitting there needing things to do. And I decided my boys were both in high school at that time and I wanted to drive the school bus. So I started driving the school bus. I could see them. Then I started substitute teaching and so I could see them. And then all of a sudden you end up branching out because they need you other places and you're not even doing it for your kids, you're doing it other places. So I do that. I drive on the side for Sunshine when they need some help. Just a lot of little things, but nothing serious other than keep up my farming a little bit.
Okay. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for your service with the state police for that. How many years did you say?
29.
29. What was it? What you said you worked at the Pentagon also?
I was at the Pentagon after 9/11.
Really?
And of course they spent a good deal of time up there, but and really, I guess the thing that brought it up was the fact we did that 9/11 thing, a couple of weeks ago. But I spent a lot of time at nuclear facilities, airports. After that, for us, life changed after that.
Oh, no question.
Everything was different. So we had to retool and approach everything in a different manner.
That's right.
So,
That's right. So the Pentagon was probably pretty crazy, wasn't it?
It was crazy. It was crazy during those days.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
I remember talking to Donald Rumsfeld, who was the defense secretary there.
That's right.
And we were providing outside security for him. And the thing I always remember about him is, you had a lot of young military.
Yeah.
You've always got a lot of young 18-year-old, 19-year-old guys, 10, 20-year-old guys, and everybody was wound tight. And I remember Rumsfeld. He was just nice, calm, cool, and a true leader. Someone that whether you're Republican, Democrat, whatever your persuasion is, he was the kind of guy that you could tell had command of what he was doing and had a calmness about him that brought that with it. So
wow. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. So what do you envision the elected role that you're seeking, its purpose, and the impact that it will have on Pulaski?
Well, roles are always changing, but the Board of Supervisors basically are going to decide, who is going to pay what type of taxes, how much we're going to pay in taxes, and then, what are we going to spend the money on? And, whether it's going to be on your fire departments, on your schools, on your sheriff's office, on social services like the building we're in here. There's, roads, everybody has requests and everybody has needs and there's always limited funds where you're trying to figure out who has the most need and we can supply with what we need. Are we going to have to raise taxes or not? Basically it's a shuffle game, figuring out what you're going to need, what you're not going to need.
Yeah. I got a final question here for you.
Okay.
And it's involving the community.
Sure.
And in recent months, a grassroots movement to increase historical awareness and affect positive change in response to community needs in Pulaski County has grown. Some examples of these grassroots movements are Calfee Training School Project, which is said to revitalize and repurpose its space to preserve items of cultural importance and address the child care needs of the community. The Adair Theater Group, its mission is to provide outreach and entertainment through the arts, and finally the T.G. Howard Community Center, which is us. Our purpose is to invest and enrich the lives of our residents in this community. So the question I have for you is, what are your thoughts on these efforts, and how would you play a role, not necessarily as an elected official, but as a resident?
Well, I think all these things are great, and I know the church that we're going to they were involved in cleaning up the Calfee School Center project. And I'm all for volunteerism. I mean, we got your volunteer firemen in the county that, you know, they sacrifice a lot. You know, we got one up in New Bern, they're answering over 200 calls a year, and they're volunteer, plus they're trying to get their training in. Draper's almost in the same boat. They're doing the same thing, almost as many calls. Churches, our church does Feed My Lambs, where they're gathering food, you know, and then distributing it to the schools where they can make sure, you know, kids that need something to eat on the weekends can get it.
That's good. That's good.
But yeah, anytime you have something volunteer, it not only is it good for the community, but it helps. It's enriching for the person doing it, because they're getting some time to spend with other people, part of the community, and it's just it's enriching for everyone, including the person doing it. So.
Good stuff. Well, we appreciate your time. That was the final question, but I want to give you an opportunity to make some final comments to our viewers.
Well, like I said, I'm Dirk Compton. I'm running for the Board of Supervisors. So if you have specific questions about how I would handle something, I'm always willing to talk to you about it. And sometimes I'm not sure myself until you start looking at all the facts and figures, decide, you know, what needs to be done and what doesn't need to be done. But on November 5th, I would appreciate your vote. So,
Thank you.
thank you, sir.
Appreciate
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.